us, and good afternoon. If you have watched that, Vavi clip there, you can see that he is defiant. He says he's not resigning, but at the same time, he's also expecting maybe to be fired for refusing to attend tomorrow's Central Executive Committee meeting. What do you make of this defiance? And in your view, is he just being tactical?
Well, it's a very good tactical move on his part. I mean, the point is that the CEC, the Central Executive Committee, has every authority, for example, to suspend or expel a member, an affiliate or whatever, as they did in the case of Numsa. But they don't have the authority to make that final. It can only be ratified or overturned by a national congress, which is why Numsa and the other 8 unions, called for a special national congress, which Vavi incidentally supported. What he has done here is reiterated the whole position of saying the Cosatu Congress, although they didn't spell it out in those words, is a democratic constitution, I beg your pardon, is a democratic document, and it actually lays down very clearly that it is the delegates elected from the shop floor who should make the final decisions. And he's once again has done in the past, and that's to leapfrog over verbally the executive and the bureaucracy, rank and file, saying it is your federation, these are your unions, and it's over to you to make the decision.
But the question that many people are asking, Terry, is whether Cosatu can indeed afford to make that recommendation to fire Vavi.
Well, I think if they do, the executive would make a big mistake, because once again, it can't be ratified unless it goes before National Congress. One of the problems that the executive currently faces is that they want to have a National Congress, but without Numsa being present. But now Numsa is by far the largest affiliate now, perhaps with as many as 330,000 members. And you cannot exclude an affiliate which you've recommended to be expelled without actually allowing the delegates of that affiliate to come to a National Congress to argue their point of view and indeed to vote. So I think the Cosatu is at the crisis point, and that's all that Vavi has done, is reiterated the fact that they're at the point now where decisions are going to have to be made one way or the other. In 1993, Numsa put forward the idea of not supporting the alliance. They lost. They went along with the majority decision. I suspect whatever happens, whichever way it goes at any special or normal National Congress, whichever way the majority goes, the minority will refuse to accept, and we'll have a split.
And by going on this, what we could only describe as a head-on defiance campaign by Zwelinzima Vavi, do you think it endears him to the rank-and-file members of Cosatu, or could it possibly even backfire on him?
I don't think it'll backfire necessarily. You will find those who are devoutly loyal to the whole concept of the alliance and staying with the ANC who will still act in a hostile way. An increasing number of members of trade unions, and this I've found, and that's just anecdotal obviously, but also if one listens to talkback radio, etc., I think an increasing number of ordinary trade union members are just getting disillusioned with all sides of this thing. And that is the worst aspect as regards the trade union movement, because this is going to weaken them. You're encouraging apathy and demoralization and disillusionment with what is going on with internal fighting, whether it's Vavi versus Dlamini or whatever. So that's one of the worst aspects. But I think the more militant members and the more politically, shall we say, aware members will probably, on the one side, continue to support Vavi's position, as the others will continue to support Dlamini's position.
And finally, Terry, Zwelinzima Vavi was saying there that Cosatu is also in a dire financial situation and may have to close down several institutions. Now, how severe a blow was this Numsa fallout, and does this really indicate the beginning of the end for Cosatu as we know it today?
Well, I think it's not the financial thing that signals the beginning of the end. It's this internal squabble and factional fighting that's going to signal the beginning of the end. But yes, of course, with Numsa not paying their subscriptions, It used to be about R1 million a month. It's going to be a lot more now at 330,000. But at the same time, one mustn't forget that there's been a fall-off in membership of a number of other unions because of disillusionment, and that's happened in SABC, the teachers' union. It certainly happened with the National Union of Mine Workers, although they deny it. But after Marikana, there was a huge defection both to AMCU, the Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union, and also to Numsa. So you've had a fall-off in revenue from a number of unions, and at the same time, a complete stop from the biggest contributors to your coffers. So, oh yes, they're not bankrupt, but they're certainly in trouble.
All right, thank you so much for your insights there. That was the Labour analyst Terry Bell speaking to us from Cape Town. Now.